Okay, this is the bonus episode, the one you hit play on well before you leave the house.
Or when you're standing in your kitchen thinking, we're going to regret not bringing something.
Today, we're making you feel ready, whether you're going to a watch party, a brewery, a friend's house, a library event, or the fan zone.
Within about 10 minutes from now, you'll have a plan.
This is From Pitch to Puget Sound, presented by the Snohomish Podcast Network. I'm Emily.
I'm Kyle. This is your Ready to Leave the House checklist.
Let's go. Before we get into where to watch, how to plan, and what to do around the Puget Sound, quick World Cup 101, so you know what you're looking at when the games start. I had a chance to talk to my friend Keith Macaulay, who is a soccer and sports in general fanatic, who explained all the ins and outs to me and really got me excited and ready. We talked about the drama, we talked about the rules, we talked about what the brackets look like, and it was so helpful. Today, we are not going to talk about the drama. You have to look that up for yourself, but let's get into it.
We're going to take 2 minutes tops, and then we'll get you back to that local guide. So let's start with the top. How many teams?
So this World Cup, though, it's going to be really fun. This is the first time the World Cup will be featuring 48 teams. When it was the old boys club, it was 16. Joao Havelange first immediately expanded to 24. In 98, it expanded to 32. And now we're at 48.
So here's the core idea. The tournament starts with group play. You're not eliminated just because you have one loss.
You're trying to earn points and finish high enough to advance.
So the teams are separated into groups of 4. And every team plays 3 games, so you play everybody in your group. You get 3 points for a win, 1 group for a tie, 0 for a loss. The teams are seeded A, B, C, or D, so a team from each pot is picked out. Did you happen to watch the lottery or the draft?
I had a friend go who reported back, but I wasn't there myself.
Yeah. So that's what that was, to just separate them out. And in theory, it should be kind of even, but there always are some groups that are more difficult than others.
Quick disclaimer, there's a little bit more complexity than just win, tie, loss. We're not going to get into that. If it comes up, we will explain in a future episode.
Okay, so who actually moves on?
This is the part that's actually new for a lot of folks in 2026.
So the top 2 teams of each group automatically advance, and then 8 of the 12 best third-place teams will also advance. The 8 of the 12 third-place teams, that is new. This is the first time a third-place team will go through. You realistically could have a team in their 3 games, get 3 draws, and they would still make it to the next round.
Which means the group stage can get weirdly tense because teams are doing math in real time.
Once you hit the knockout rounds, there are no more ties.
Somebody has to advance.
In the group stages, there's no extra time or penalties. It's just so you can end in a tie, which is typical league soccer. If you get into the knockouts, then if it's tied after 90 minutes, you play 30-minute stoppage time period. You switch sides at 15 minutes. And if it's still tied, you go to penalties after that. There has to be a winner on the knockout stages.
That's when the pressure really spikes.
So those are the basics. But if you've ever watched a World Cup match and thought, why is everyone playing so carefully? There's a reason.
Cup tournaments reward survival.
In a cup competition like this, just one goal moves the needle so much that it ends up, a lot of teams will really try to protect a 1-goal lead in cup competitions more often. So I find when I talk to a lot of people, they're like, well, I watched the World Cup and it's kind of boring. Well, it's like, well, yeah, because strategically, the mentality is just survive and advance. If you play in a league format, let's just, MLS, Premier League, any league format where it's the same format, three points for a win, 1 point for a draw. That 3 points for a win means so much more. It's 3 times the amount. So if the game's tied, if I'm the coach, I'm going to want to go win that game. Whereas if the game's tied in the World Cup, I know, okay, we have 8 of the 12 third place teams are still going to make it out. Why risk it?
That's the mindset. Don't make a mistake that sends you home.
And for new fans, a 1-0 game can be incredibly dramatic because one moment can flip the whole group. Also, if you're thinking, can I realistically watch all of this?
Probably not, and that's okay. There's a lot of games.
The games are going to be happening constantly. There's going to be 108 total games.
108 games. So pick your lane.
One last thing to help set some expectations.
And because these are international teams, you might see players that actually play for a USA team that actually are going to be playing for another team like France or Italy.
keep in mind, these players don't spend most of the year together.
So chemistry can be uneven, especially early.
The other thing in general with the World Cup is that the players all play at their individual clubs more often than they play with the national team. So when it comes to cohesiveness and this fluidity, it's not as fluid as, say, you watch a league game. Because if you're playing with your club team, you're around those guys 8-9 months of the year, and you're playing with them 8-9 months of the year. You maybe play with your national team like 2 months, 3 months tops of the year. So you have a lot more chemistry with them. So the quality of play can sometimes be not as good.
That's why a team that looks incredible on paper can either A, feel clunky in their first couple matches, or B, can underperform expectations.
The Snohomish Podcast Network is now a member of the Everett Chamber of Commerce, and we're excited. More people should join. And Kyle, have you ever been a member of a Chamber of Commerce?
I have not. I, to be honest, have no clue what the heck a Chamber of Commerce does.
Okay, well, in a nutshell, they advance economic opportunities for local communities. And I would say through networking, resource, and collaborations. And that's why it's so important that we have them here in Everett. They're actually relatively new. We used to have a chamber. It became the Economic Alliance of Snohomish County, but the Everett Chamber is back, and it really does help small businesses get connected. And I can speak to this firsthand. My husband, my spouse, James, he runs Day Electric. I help him out on the business. Last year in Everett, on a whim, I went to their construction and trades mixer. It was awesome. I had a great time. I was like, James needed to be here. So this year in January, they had another one, and I attended. James was late. He was, had a long day at work, was like super disheveled. He got there, he went and made so many friends. And we have months of business with a few different contractors in that space for his electrical business. So it has already paid off. I said, we're going to be members. And he goes, well, hey, I guess that Chamber of Commerce membership paid off. And I was like, I'm amazing. So you can really see the benefit of I'm amazing. Wendy Poischbeg is amazing. She has grown this Chamber of Commerce in 2 years, not even. We will keep talking about all their great benefits as one of our partnering organizations.
Super exciting.
Okay, World Cup 101 complete.
All right, now let's get back to that ready to leave the house checklist.
Next, what to wear. The goal is comfort and flexibility.
Layers, always layers.
Even if it's warm when you leave, you want a light jacket or hoodie, comfortable shoes you can stand in, a hat if you'll be outside. Remember, we're in Washington State and the weather is unpredictable.
And here's the soccer part. If you have a jersey, scarf, or if you want to wear certain team colors, definitely wear them.
But also, don't let I don't have the right outfit stop you from going.
Exactly. Soccer culture is definitely not going to have to be you have to look a certain way, I got to show up a certain way. It's just a matter of being there and being a part of the event.
That said, Kyle, explain the scarf thing.
So scarves are like this universal symbol of I'm in. Typically during soccer matches, you'll see people holding them up, waving them, trading them, collecting them. If you've ever been to a Seattle Sounders match, it's a big deal. You wave it when the goal is scored and you use it at the beginning of a match. It's just a big deal.
Oh, it's like a wearable flag.
Exactly. And if you don't have one, that's totally fine. You can usually buy them at the event. Or bring a hat, bring a hoodie, a flag, face paint if that's your thing, or just bring your voice.
Bring your voice. Love that. Okay, bag check. This is where people overthink it.
Or, like myself, underthink it and say, to heck with these clear plastic bags, despise them. But at the end of the day, if you don't want to end up cold and hungry like I sometimes do at sporting events, maybe don't be like me.
Here's the worth it list. Backup batteries, small pack of wipes or tissues, sunscreen if you'll be outside, and a small blanket or seat pad if you're doing an outdoor screen, and a refillable water bottle if allowed.
And if you're going to somewhere that's standing room heavy or standing room only, don't bring a bunch of stuff and make sure you're wearing comfortable shoes. I cannot stress that enough. From the number of blisters I got at certain events in my past, wear comfortable shoes.
Yes, keep it light.
Also, if you're bringing kids, one comfort item is the cheat code. Don't go too big, snack, small toy, whatever works.
One comfort item, not a whole suitcase. Now timing. This is the stress reducer.
The earlier you arrive, the more fun you have. That's just the truth.
Yeah, you want to secure your spot at a local bar, so get there about 20 minutes, 30 minutes earlier. If you're heading to a fan zone, you want to get in line early so you can secure your spot there. And if you're heading to the game, what time does the stadium open? Get there an hour early just to make sure you can get on that train or find parking.
Absolutely. Because you're not just arriving, you're going to have to park, walk, find people, go through security. FIFA has a very unique security policy that you're going to have to manage, so make sure you're getting there ahead of time. You don't want to be outside the stadium hearing all the fans and the chants.
And if you're meeting friends, pick a clear meetup point, not we'll find you.
Like this specific front door of a restaurant by this specific sign next to a screen in section blank, something obvious.
If you're bringing family, choose easy parking over closest parking, less chaos.
And less arguing.
Quick highlights if you're going to a fan zone or a big official event. Assume stricter security.
Which means check the rules before you go.
Here's the mindset. Smaller bag, fewer surprises. Make sure to check on those bag policies and the clear plastic bag needs at the stadium.
And if you can do pockets, even if they're cargo shorts, I know those aren't in style anymore, and a small bag, do that.
And leave extra time. Security lines are real, and you don't want to spend all your time waiting in line or trying to go through security while people are getting huffy behind you.
You definitely don't want to be that person where they're unloading an entire suitcase just to get into the stadium.
All right, the 2-minute home check. Because once you're out, you don't want to be improvising.
Improvising is how you end up paying $12 for a bottle of water and calling it a life lesson.
Or $100 for parking.
Not ideal.
Here's the base layer. This works for basically any plan. Phone charged, and if you got one, throw a backup battery in your bag.
Especially if you're taking lots of photos, videos, or using your phone for tickets, parking directions, you don't want that thing to die.
Wallet, ID, and whatever you need to actually get in the door.
Keep in mind, some places take card only, some places check ID, some places do all the above.
Screenshot the match time, the address, and any parking instructions. Service gets weird when everyone shows up at once.
Screenshots are honestly the unsung hero of big events.
Water, if allowed, snacks if you're with kids, or adults who act like kids.
Hey, I take offense to that. But seriously though, soccer runs on vibes and snacks.
If you've got little ones and you're going somewhere loud, toss in ear protection.
It's a small thing that can really save the whole outing.
Okay, that's your checklist. You're ready.
And here's the real secret. You don't need a perfect checklist. You don't need a perfect plan. You need a plan that'll work for you and the people you're going with.
Pick a place, bring the basics, wear something comfortable, leave a little early.
And especially bring your curiosity. We've talked about this a lot on the podcast. Have fun, talk to people, be part of the community. This is a fun event. Enjoy the World Cup. This is freaking awesome.
This has been From Pitch to Puget Sound, presented by the Snohomish Podcast Network. Hopefully we got you all prepared for the World Cup, which is starting this week. It is going to be incredible.
It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be fun. This is what we've been all gearing up for. Get out there, have fun, and enjoy it. And hopefully we'll see you next time on the pitch.
Quick note, this podcast is independent and not affiliated with or endorsed by FIFA or the FIFA World Cup.